Welcome to Vegas Circle with Paki and Chris, and today in the circle we actually have Jasmine, actually one of the owners of Chic Sin City. So welcome, Jasmine. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
So we're happy to have you in the circle, man. We were looking you up. You're one of the top entrepreneurs in Las Vegas and getting a nice little buzz going.
Doing big things.
I'm trying.
Yeah, that's awesome. So where did you grow up at? Are you from Las Vegas? Or?
I grew up in Provo, Utah.
Oh, that's
a
different.
really small city.
I think you're the first person I met from that side.
Provo. Okay,
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So you were Provo, Utah. How did you end up, or when did you move to Las Vegas?
I moved to Las Vegas in 2011.
Okay.
So I've been here a while now.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
really good. So you've been here for a little bit. And what motivates you? What gives you energy? What made you?
Oh man, I just naturally have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And I like to be busy.
Yeah.
So I try to get my hands in a lot of different projects.
Where do you think that comes from? Is that just type of upbringing, family?
Probably my upbringing. My dad was pretty strict. He's Filipino and military.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
You got a double dose.
Yeah, double dose. So yeah, when I grew up, it was like, when you get older, get a job with insurance and then do this and do that and save your money, and so it kind of was instilled in me growing up ever since I was very little.
That's good stuff. That's a good foundation to be able to have.
Yeah.
Though. You know what I mean? To have that set up. So what did you do previously for work before you started building your company?
Well, I've been in the beauty industry for 12 years.
Okay. Yep.
So I've been doing it for a very long time. I kind of specialized in certain services and then just built on that. And when I came to Vegas and started my own thing as a solo artist, I built a clientele really quickly to the point where within a year and a half I was turning away business. And so that's when I decided that I would open up my own business with actual employees and other people with me.
Yeah.
So you were doing it like running it out of somebody else's shop, kind of just offering your services specifically?
Exactly.
That's good. Yeah, that's really good. Did you actually go to cosmetology school, or you went to business school, or?
I went to esthetician school in Utah.
Okay. All right.
So in Utah, I went to school when right out of high school, and then that's when I met Miguel, my husband, and he brought me to Salt Lake City, where I got my first job out of beauty school. And from there, after a couple years, we moved to Vegas.
Okay.
And I just kind of picked it back up here.
So to do business services or beauty services in Las Vegas, do you need to have a license and actually go to schooling for that?
Yes. So you just transfer your license over.
Oh, okay. So if you get a Utah, carries over and normal.
Yeah. The thing about your beauty license is it's all hours. So Utah's one of the highest they require the highest hours to do the service. So pretty much anywhere that I moved after Utah, I would be able to just transfer it over. Versus if I would have gotten licensed here and moved to Utah, I would have to go back to school.
Oh, wow.
And finish the hours.
Actually setting the foundation in Utah was perfect.
It was perfect.
Okay.
And they, because it's more hours, I graduated with a master aesthetic license.
Okay.
Instead, they don't have that here. It's just a regular aesthetic license.
Okay. So when you started working in beauty, what were you doing prior to your company? Were you doing the lashes and the whole nine? Or?
Yeah, I was in the beauty industry. I focused solely on body waxing.
Oh, okay.
For a good 6 years until I picked up lashing.
Okay.
And that's when my career really turned around.
That's really good. Did you always know you wanted to do something in beauty? Like what?
Yeah, my older sister is also an esthetician, so I kind of grew up around it, and she inspired me to go to school, to beauty school right after high school. And I didn't go into school thinking that I was going to have my own business, but it just kind of, everything that I did led up to opening the business. It just made sense to do it.
Sure.
Is this something that you're passionate about doing even now to this day?
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm almost more passionate about the business side than, well, I love all of it, but I've grown to love the business side too now.
Because it's hard work.
Oh, it's hard.
It's hard work. So it's,
it
They're
is.
long days, right? I'm sure.
Yeah, and the thing about being in the beauty industry is you go into, doing these services and creating a clientele because you love the services, and then all of a sudden now you are a business owner, so you're almost forced into it without trying to have your own business.
Yeah. So when you're doing, because do you work with obviously mainly women, of course?
Mainly women.
So when you're doing that, how often are these ladies getting their lashes done? Is it like?
So they're coming.
I don't know anything about the industry, so I'm trying to learn.
The good thing is that you have to come back. It's not something that you just get done one time and then I don't see you for a year. We see our clients every 2 to 3 weeks.
It's almost like a business for residual
clients.
income. It's kind of a weird business model.
If they want to keep up their lashes, they have to keep up on their fills, which is every 2 to 4 weeks. So
because it makes sense because Vegas is such like a trendy, it's that energy of the strip and off the strip and just all these different service industries.
That's why it's so perfect here.
I bet,
I could go anywhere and do this, but specifically here, it's just booming because all of the girls need it on the strip.
Yeah, I bet.
And just the community itself, the type of services we provide is just like a lot of people want that.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't even know people did their lashes until I moved to Las Vegas.
I
didn't even know it was a thing.
And now wherever you go, women have them. Even teenagers.
Because you see like the ones that look crazy. They look absolutely crazy. But I was looking at you with your company and what you guys post, and I was like, I would have never known those were like fake at all. Like, they look really good. Yeah.
We do have a specific style. We do cater to a lot of moms and other business women, career independent women. So that type of clientele, they don't want their lashes to be the first thing that someone notices on them, and so we almost cater to that type of clientele, although we can do everything.
Okay.
I heard it was like a pretty tedious process. How long does it usually take to go in?
It is tedious. If you're getting an initial set, it's anywhere from 2 to 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
And then when you come back for fills, that's anywhere from an hour to 2 hours.
You have a lot of patience to do what you do.
Yes. It's very tedious.
Are you like putting one eyelash at a time?
Exactly. So one natural lash is going to be attached to one extension.
Oh, wow.
That's ridiculous. I didn't know that process.
How many extensions like a normal
how many per eye?
Exactly.
You can do anywhere from 150 to 500 lashes per eye.
You try to get
depending on the style that you're doing.
Naturally long eyelash.
That's good. No, I love it because it looks amazing. Like when you be able to see it. So that's pretty crazy. What kind of advice would you give our listeners with that process of coming in, maybe using your services and things like that, or how to maybe keep it up, the upkeep of it,
last longer
and things. Yeah.
So you definitely want to take care of them, clean them, be hygienic about it. You want to wash them just like your face. It's hair.
Don't they come out though? Like
they will shed with your natural lashes, but it's just like the hair on your head. So if you weren't to clean your scalp,
good point.
Your lashes are the same way, so you want to clean them, at least a couple times a week.
Yeah, because like I was saw you when you guys were talking about, especially like in that pollen and allergy season and things like that can get really, really crazy. So because the instant human nature is to itch your eye and do all of that, but I'm assuming ladies are like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, when you have your eyelash extensions, you don't want to rub your eyes
at all,
because you're just going to make them either fall out or you just invested a good amount of money in them, so you want them to last as long as possible.
Yeah.
Is that your most common business that you do for your clients, is the lashes? Or
that is our number one service. And then it would be permanent makeup and then waxing.
So, what has been your biggest obstacles when you started creating your company? When you were first starting off, you moved to Vegas, you build your clientele base. Like, what is the biggest challenges that you've seen?
The hardest part is creating a team who's like-minded and who wants the same thing as you.
Yeah.
That's definitely the thing that keeps me on my toes.
Sure.
Because you can't teach someone to love it as much as you. You can't teach someone great customer service.
Mm-hmm.
It has to come within. And so before I had my business, I was on my own. So I didn't know what it was to be a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've always been the type that if something needs to get done, I'm going to do it.
Sure.
Yeah, you just do it.
Go get her.
Yeah.
And what have been how have you overcame those objections? How did you been able to find people that fit your criteria?
A lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hiring, filling out that person, and really nitpicking the types of things that I'm looking for. One after another.
Are you hiring like self-employed, so like 1099 employees, or are you hiring like, you know what I mean? Like, okay.
Yeah, that's a good question, because in this industry, there's both. You can be an independent contractor or you can be an employee.
Okay.
And we have employees.
Oh, okay.
So they work for us.
Okay.
I do a lot of training. I invest a lot of my time into them. And they are able to, because I'm the one that does all the business side of stuff.
Sure.
I help them get clients. I do a lot of the marketing. We ring up their clients, rebook them. So my artists are able to come in and just focus on being an artist. Focus on making whoever is in their chair happy.
Yeah,
that's their job.
A good strategy.
Yeah,
that's a really good strategy.
Allows you to do better services because of that. Because they're actually your employees that are going to get fired if they don't perform or.
And it allows our clients to be happy and for them to know that they're going to get a good service, whether they're going to their regular, or if she's out of town, she has to see someone else. They know that they're going to be able to get the same good quality service.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. One of the things that and even me and my wife were talking about it is you have a really cool picture on your site where it's talking about every year you post kind of the space of where you started.
Yes.
And I saw that and was like, that's deep. Where you were kind of writing your business plan or presenting it to the landlord.
Yeah.
What was that like?
That was a scary time.
Because you were young, right? You were young doing it.
I was 25 when we started the process of
before
opening
signing
the business.
The lease and the whole nine?
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, that's powerful.
So after I had built my clientele and I was like, I think I need to expand. I think this is either I need to cut down because I'm so overworked with just doing my own thing, or I need to expand. And my husband didn't want me to do it because, we don't have a business background. We didn't know what we were doing. And I was just like, I'm going to convince him and I'm going to find a space. And luckily, the space that we found is very close to our house, and that's, I think, why it worked out the way it did. But yeah, I do post that picture every year because I just think, look how much we've grown. And at that
know where
time,
you came from. Yeah.
I had no idea what I was doing or what I was getting myself into.
You think that helps you stay focused for the year coming up? And
definitely, yeah. It keeps me humble. It keeps me excited to grow. So I love reflecting back on that photo.
I listened to something recently with Dave Chappelle, and he was talking about Chris Rock, which he was saying that Chris Rock keeps a bag in the front of his house because he always says when he wakes up, he's feeling like he's in a dream, like this ain't his house, like somebody's going to kick him out of his house, but he's doing it as like kind of like mind tricks,
Oh yeah, I feel the same way. Every day, my husband and I sit down and we're just like, look what we've done. Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah. And I was looking at the global, so I know you're fully in beauty, but I was looking at the global cosmetic industry, and it's ridiculous.
Huge.
Yeah. I was looking at some of the numbers. I mean,
Yes.
it was valued at $532 billion.
Yes.
Wow. It's on track for, I guess, by 2024 to $863 billion.
Yep.
And you're getting a piece of that, which is
And lash extensions are fairly new,
okay.
and they are
When did people
booming.
start doing? Like, when did they start doing that? Like, was it the last
You know,
10 years? Or?
About 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been around for a while, but we're just now figuring out the best techniques, the best ingredients. So everything is getting elevated daily.
Yeah, yeah. What's amazing to me is like I remember seeing, I think it was like 2001, 2002. I went to a conference and one of the business guys was talking about no matter what's happening with the economy, ladies figure out a way.
Yep.
They do not they do not cut their beauty
Exactly.
or
That's
whatever
funny.
makeup budget.
In
They do not. It's like
2009,
it's
when the
ridiculous.
market crashed, the beauty industry did not.
Yeah.
Women
That's
will
unbelievable.
find a way to have that extra money to spend on themselves
That's
to make them
unbelievable. Yeah.
look and feel better.
That makes sense.
I mean, I can say, it helps. You know, when you get a haircut or whatever it is, it
Yeah.
helps be able to do that. So,
So when you were going from your the lash extensions and actually focusing on the beauty portion of it, how was it a natural evolution to go into the cosmetics and sell and create a cosmetic company?
Yeah, so after a year of being open, we were growing so fast, and I decided that, well, my husband and I, we decided that we would, create our own brand, our
Okay.
own line of products so that we could use them in our shop.
Yeah.
And then a lot of other local artists started asking if they could purchase it, and we were presented from a beauty school here, and they wanted to use our products solely in their school.
Yeah.
And receive
And that's the
training
Chic.
from
That's the
us.
Chic brand.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So it's our Chic line.
So you got anywhere from apparel to beauty to accessories
Exactly.
to okay.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Did you guys open up? So it's a supply company too, or what? So I was trying to understand that. Yeah.
So our supply company is inside Chic.
Got it.
So
Okay.
local artists will come there to purchase product from
Got
us,
it.
or
Okay.
they can. We actually sell a lot to all over the U.S. People buy it online as well.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, especially with, I mean, right now it's like people can come straight. It's more organic. They can come straight to you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they follow you maybe on social media, whatever it is. They see you're an owner. They can go right to your store, and it's like it's one on one.
Yeah, and when they come in, I like to show face. I like to introduce myself,
Sure.
ask them if they have any questions, and build relationships with them.
And what do you think it is that sets your products apart and takes it to that next level?
Yeah, I developed our whole line around Vegas.
Okay.
Meaning, one of the most important products in lash extensions is the adhesive, because that is what holds everything together. If your adhesive isn't working, you have no eyelashes on.
Yeah.
And for me, it was really hard to find a product that worked well in our dry climate
And the heat.
and the heat, because most adhesives, a couple years ago, were more geared towards humidity areas.
I didn't
And
think
it
about
doesn't
that. Yeah,
work
yeah.
the same in a dry climate. And so that's when I really decided that I was going to find something that worked for us. And so it took me about a year to
Oh, wow.
develop until we put
Found
out
the
our
right-
own adhesive. And that's our number one selling product.
How does
even-
that whole process work? How do you develop a cosmetic product? That sounds like a difficult procedure.
Yeah, it's a lot of going back and forth. All of our products are manufactured in Korea.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it's really good quality stuff.
That's really good. What's your take on not to go down that road with the Kardashian, but Kylie Jenner is killing it
she's-
with being one of the first billionaire,
Yeah. She's
young
a-
ladies. So
Yeah, she's on Forbes and all of that. But she loves getting eyelash extensions, and
Yeah.
I know she made it very popular too.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's crazy how much an influence like that could change the whole beauty industry. It's wild. One
It is.
simple thing or a couple posts, and the whole industry changes. That's wild.
I was curious. Do you guys do? So you guys do wax? Do you guys do like laser removal stuff too, or none of that?
No laser.
Only wax.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you need either an advanced license for that, or you have to work under a doctor to do laser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So just kind of flipping the subject line as far as Las Vegas, in general. What you might have touched on in the beginning of the interview when you were saying you live in Provo. What drew you to Las Vegas and what made you move here? Was it because of your husband Miguel, or?
Yep,
Okay.
Miguel is a breakdancer. He performs.
Yep.
So,
Oh, nice.
one day right after we got married, actually, he said, I had a dream that we moved to Vegas, so I think we should. And I was like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
And
And you guys were both in Utah, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where we met. I met him actually when I was 13, and he
Wow.
was 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
We didn't date until a couple years later, but
So you guys known each other since you were kids.
yes,
That's
we've known
powerful.
each other. We grew up together.
That's powerful.
So, it was his idea, and I was on board. I thought that Vegas would be a fun place. It's not too far from home,
Yeah.
and it's far away enough.
You get your own space.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
What a nice dream to have, though, huh? Change your whole life.
It was, moving to Vegas was the best thing that we could have ever done.
How crazy is that?
And also too, just for both of you guys, it's like it's very pro business. A lot of people do business in Vegas. They do business in Delaware. It's a lot of set up corporations and things. So it's definitely a great place to be able to do it. And then now with all the positive things that are happening, enhancements, and the nights, and
just the
baseball
opportunity.
teams.
The opportunity
Yes,
here
yeah.
is endless. If you're willing to work for it, you can achieve whatever you want here.
And how much
And
emphasis-
that's what I love.
Yeah, that's a great point. And how much emphasis do you put back on, teaching and training the community to do the same type of thing that you're doing and really pushing forward the culture of the beauty industry in Las Vegas?
So I'm just so passionate about what I do already, and I want to be able to share that because it's really created a life, a dream life for me. It takes care of me. It takes care of, my husband, and we feel blessed.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, if you not to dig in your pockets as far as Vegas, and one question I forgot to ask you is, what do your services cost, like to be able to do it? I was curious how that works.
So it's anywhere from for a fill is
Sure.
going to be $70,
Okay.
All the way to $360.
Okay, so anywhere from it's a nice
So
range. You can work
so
it out
there is
depending
a
on
very
people's
big
budgets.
range
Okay.
depending on what style you're looking for,
Sure.
what you want them to look like, and the artistry level
Okay.
of who you're going to see.
Okay. Yeah.
So I have junior artists who are newer to the industry who, when I hire them, I train them. And then I have more seasoned artists who are a lot faster and don't need so much of my attention anymore.
Okay.
So do you kind of determine what tier they fall in?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of cool. You got a little ranking system going on within the...
Yeah. Because
really keep your pulse
quality
on everything.
over
Okay.
everything.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's good.
Yeah, and I'm all about quality over quantity.
Yeah.
So
That
we're not the
shows.
type of place that we're trying to get people in and out all the time. We want them to come in and experience something good.
You kind of need that because your product speaks for itself. When you're over there talking to people and their eyelashes are falling out of their face, you're not going to have people.
Right.
Exactly. What do you do for fun in Vegas? Especially, do you have time to be able to step out and you guys hit the strip or do?
Sounds like you work a lot.
You know what? I love doing what I do. So day to day, I'm at the shop 7 days a week.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
even if it's just for a couple hours, but that's my baby, that's
Yeah.
my focus,
Yeah.
and even though I'm technically working, 80 hours a week, it doesn't feel like that because
It's yours, but
I
it's your
love
company.
doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It doesn't feel like work when I go into work.
You remind me of. You ever heard of Gary Vee?
I love Gary Vee.
You remind me
I
of-
listen to his
you remind me of-
podcast too.
you remind me of him because you like not. I don't want to compare, but you know what I'm saying. You have that concept of you like a firefighter. You're going out and you're doing, take care of your business.
I respect him a lot because I feel the same way. When he talks about things like I like to work.
Yeah.
This is what I like to do.
Sure.
And this is how I spend my time.
Yeah.
I feel the same. I feel fulfilled doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, because especially it's like you talk about like I know a lot of people asked him about work-life balance and things like that, but you said a couple of things when you were saying like you enjoy what you do. That's the biggest thing.
I love
So
it.
you enjoy it, you're happy to be there, and that energy portrays, for that. So that's pretty cool. So one of the questions we always like to ask everybody too is, what's your favorite restaurant in Las Vegas? What do you like to eat? Yeah.
Ooh, that's a hard one.
And if it's a local spot, it's even better.
Yeah.
I like Nora's.
Nora's.
I think
never heard.
Nora's
Yeah,
Italian
Italian
is
spot.
local, I believe.
Where's that at? I'm not familiar with
They
Nora's.
moved. They were at another location and they moved to a bigger location. I've been there before. I can't
It's
remember.
on
Is that Spring? No, Flamingo.
Flamingo.
Flamingo. It is
Flamingo,
Flamingo.
yes.
Yeah. Before you get to Rainbow, I think, right?
Yes.
Down the street from Rainbow. It's actually pretty good. It's
Oh,
a
is it?
pretty
Have you
good
been
spot.
there?
Yeah, it's a pretty
I
good
like
spot.
tacos and beer.
I haven't been to tacos and beer.
I've been there. Is that the one over on Paradise?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I love that place.
Love
they have
that
really good
place.
food.
Wait a minute, tacos and beer. Is that by?
I think we've been there before, Paki.
I was trying to remember.
It
We
used
went-
to be
Firefly?
the old
Yeah, I was
Firefly.
about to say.
Exactly.
We actually definitely. I went there with you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. On a late night. So yeah, I forgot about that.
You know, we are so busy that
Yeah.
we eat out a lot.
Oh, there you go. So you try a
So-
lot of good spots.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a hard one because, almost every meal we're eating out.
It's a bad habit. That's
It's
what
a
we
bad
have in our
habit.
household too. We spent because
Yeah.
he was literally we were talking about that today because we went ate, but literally you don't realize what you spend going out, and we do a lot of takeout, and it
Yeah.
adds up. So
It does.
Just don't look at the bank statements. You'll be okay.
yeah, you
But when it's just two people,
It's easier.
it is hard to cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
and
is.
we're
Yeah.
so busy that when I go grocery shopping, I'll end up throwing almost
of stuff
half
away.
of all of that away. So it almost equals out for us
Yeah.
in our
Yeah.
lifestyle.
They don't sell groceries for a family of two. It's hard.
Yeah.
extremely hard. Yeah, this is extremely hard. So with your industry industry, as far as the growth, it's changing so much. So how are you keeping up? Like, how are you keeping your pulse on, what's happening?
Education. So I continually take training classes.
Is there like a national resource that you go to kind of keeps pulse on things and pushes you forward, or is
I find a lot of the trainers on Instagram.
Got
I
it.
follow a lot of the new techniques that way, and then if I fall in love with a trainer, and the nice thing about Vegas is it's a hub. It's a place that people want to travel to, and
Yeah.
so luckily a lot of the trainers that I like, they travel here. So
Oh,
I don't
that's
have
cool.
to travel out.
Yeah, you're going to see them probably once a year or twice a year.
Exactly.
Or whatever. Yeah.
so much time
Yeah.
do you spend like training and or learning and kind of testing your new formulas on a weekly basis? Is it consistent?
Right now, I'm trying to formulate a new adhesive, and I'm maybe 6 months in, and I'm not
wow.
even near getting it out.
Okay.
So
You're
it takes
perfectionist,
a
I can
lot.
tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfectionist, okay.
It
That's
takes
good.
months and months to like focus on one product that's going to work.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's the biggest thing is you're focused on your brand. Your brand's starting to make a buzz. How did you come up with the name? That was one question I had for you. Is it?
That one's a funny question because when I lived in Utah,
Okay.
in Salt Lake, I was like, I'm gonna have a blog, and my
okay.
blog's name was Chic SL City for Salt Lake
Oh,
City.
Salt Lake City. Yeah.
And so I owned that name already, and so when I moved here, I turned that blog into Chic Sin City.
There you go. Okay.
And then from there, because I own the domain and I decided to open a business, I just converted my blog into my business.
Makes sense. Okay. That's pretty cool. What's some of your personal goals other than the business? I should say,
With the business,
or both, or
personal goal would be my husband and I do want to expand, not another lash and wax salon, but he's in the industry as well, and so he's a barber.
Yeah.
We would like to open up a barber shop,
Oh, awesome.
huge. Yeah, that'd be definitely huge.
ideally next to Chic.
That'd be really
Where
awesome.
is Chic? Where is Chic at? Southwest or
Yes, Southwest
Okay.
Jones and Windmill.
Jones and Windmill. Okay, got it.
So we're in a location where there's not a lot of shopping area or foot traffic.
Okay.
We're almost like a destination place.
Oh,
If
wow.
you're not really looking for us, you're
okay.
not.
You do
going
that
to
on
find
purpose?
us.
Did you do that?
No, I found the location because it was near my home, and
Sure.
so
Oh, you
that
did
made
say
it
that. Yeah, yeah.
convenient.
Yep.
But luckily, clients don't have a problem coming to us.
So it seems like at first that would create a huge challenge trying to get people to come out of their way over there. But
Yeah, the way that we get business is word of mouth.
yeah.
It's not walk-in traffic.
That's good. That's really. Do you guys do mainly appointments, or is
Mainly
it
appointments.
Mainly appointments. Okay.
We do take walk-ins if we have
I was going to say
availability.
it's probably hard. You spend 2 to
But
4
yeah.
hours, so yeah, you want to be able
Exactly.
to control your time a little bit better. So, are you kind of like I don't want to say compared like to like a dentist where you're kind of going through each, but are you kind of touching almost every client in a way? Meaning, you have your artists that are working with whoever. Are you pretty much going around
Inspecting. And
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like almost like I
I
don't say
do-
like I don't want to make a bad picture. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? But-
I do every once in a while, but I more so do that with my newer artists.
Okay, got it.
So I check in on them. I have them do models. I watch them work. I
Okay.
check their work after they're done
There
to
you
make
go.
sure that the quality
Yeah, you
is
gotta mess
good.
around, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Where do you see your growth in the next 5 years?
I just want to get busier.
Busy.
I want to see every chair that I have in my shop occupied.
There you go.
From
Speak that.
from the
yeah.
time that we open to the time that we close. That's my goal.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really good. Where can people find you personally, and then your company? Can you kind of shout out some of the websites
Like
and things
Instagram,
like that,
social
and
media
Instagrams
accounts.
and social medias and things?
So Instagram, Facebook, we're Chic City. We're very active on Instagram. I handle all of our social media, and our website is chicsincity.com.
Awesome.
Yeah, you've been doing a really big buzz. 'Cause I see that the following is huge. So
Yeah, I stay up on connecting with a lot of other beauty professionals.
Sure.
And actually this weekend I'm hosting a company who's based out of Pasadena, California.
Oh, okay,
They've
yeah.
been lash salon owners for about 10 years. And they actually have a podcast as well.
Oh, awesome.
I was on their podcast, but they're touring to Vegas, and I'm hosting a party for them
Oh, that's
with
good.
them.
Cross-market, yeah. Cross-market, that's good. Yeah.
So it's open to all lash artists,
Okay.
local and outside of Vegas, and it's a free event, and it's just a place that we want everyone to come in and mix and mingle and, kind of meet the other
Yeah,
artists in
sure.
our town. So I think it's going to be a really good event.
And that's
That's
going to be
good,
at your business, and you have a specific date that you want to shout out and see if anybody's interested?
It's on April 14th, so
April
it's
14th?
this
Okay.
Sunday.
Oh, so it's coming up. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Oh, very
it's-
quick.
I'm not sure if this will be.
It'll be right after that.
It'll be right
This
after.
Yeah.
setup, but it will be after that. But okay, but that's good to know to be able to do. Is that something you will be planning to do in the future with doing some more partnerships?
I will be doing more partnerships.
Okay.
For
Awesome.
sure.
Yeah, we'll be paying attention so we can repost those, be able
Yeah,
to see what's out
that'd be
there. So
great.
that's really good. So then, and another thing we were talking about offline is you're starting to train and teach at schools too, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah, so I go into beauty schools. I teach them about business. I teach classes on what I'm looking for as a business owner,
Sure.
what to expect once you graduate from beauty school, and then I'll do training classes for eyelash extensions.
okay.
So I'm certified through the Nevada State Board of Cosmetology to be
Oh, okay.
a trainer.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
awesome.
That's really good, man. Well, Jasmine, we appreciate you hanging out
Yeah,
with us,
that was
man,
great.
and giving us
Yeah.
some good knowledge, man, and motivating us, making us get our eyelashes. I'm not kidding, but that's powerful, man. So no, seriously, we appreciate you hanging
Yeah,
out.
it was
with us.
great. Thank you.
So again, you can follow her, on her social media, and then at VegasCircle.com is where we'll be posting everything. So
Yes.
again, thank you.
Awesome
Thanks a lot.
job.
Really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I think we were.